Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. I got a lot on my mind and not a lot of time to speak about it because I'm not going to be live that long. But I want to say to everybody that's in the building, God bless to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you. Just hope you have a wonderful day. And then I also want to say praise to all the people that's affected by Hurricane Melissa. Even though I don't like the name Melissa. I don't know. I don't understand. Listen, I don't like Hurricane Melissa. I just don't like the name. But yeah, praise to everybody that's affected by that hurricane. Now, let's get to the topic of this video. Shout out to my guy ZW in the building. Yo, what's good? Good morning to my guy. Good morning to my guy. Welcome, welcome, everybody that's in the building. I'm just a Viking fan giving you my honest opinion about the team I love, the team I rock with. And I don't have no issue with talking about your team. If you're not a Viking fan, everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But we will be going live for every Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And yeah, but let me get to the topic. Hold on real quick, y'all, of the video. Because, as a Viking fan, I put a whole bunch of stuff in the air. People think I'm delusional. And it's all good. I love being a delusional Viking fan. I take it as a compliment at this point. But my question for the whole NFL world, or in Viking fans, mainly Viking fans, but anybody can give their opinion. Hypothetically speaking, what if the Vikings traded for Myles Garrett? Now, I understand, right? Ravens are back, James C. said. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Lions 42, Vikes 14. Come on, bruh. Shout out to you, but I'm going to say this respectfully speaking. Keep that same energy. Don't be a hater. Make sure you double tap this screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and hit the subscribe button because everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel and you yapping and yapping. We will be going live this Sunday for the Minnesota Vikings in the Detroit Lions play-by-play style with the scoreboard and everything. And I would love to see you in the comments because you yapping and talking crazy saying that we're going to lose 42-14, but I don't think that's going to happen. Respectfully, I disagree with that final score prediction. You know what I mean? I know it's a prediction, it's not facts, but at the end of the day, just you coming up with that crazy prediction, respectfully speaking, I feel like you underestimating the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Now, hypothetically speaking, what if the Vikings traded for Myles Garrett? And I want to say this again, this is the full title, No to Kirk Cousins, NFL Talk with your boy Mike Sports Vibes. Now listen, y'all. And the Ravens are back, and we're gonna get past the Lions, and we go against the Ravens. Now, if Lamar Jackson is what I think he's gonna look like, it's gonna be a little hard. It's gonna be hard. Detroit is good, but that's a wild prediction. It will be a lot closer than that. Facts. That's how I feel, James C. Appreciate that, bro. He said, Jay said, is JJ still hurt? No. Well, he's playing, so he's playing through his injury. Even if he is hurt still, he's going to play through his injury. You know what I mean? If you got Carson Wentz with a torn labrum, if you got Carson Wentz with a dislocated shoulder, if you got Carson Wentz with a ruptured socket, hey, listen, bro, you missed like 6 weeks. You need to play on that football field and see what you got because yeah. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Forget all that other stuff. This ain't volleyball. This is football. He got to get on that field and show what he got. You know what I mean? As long as he's 85% and higher, I feel like he needs to play on that football field because you've seen Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for Carson for him battling against the Chargers and doing what he had to do. But at the end of the day, they should have took that man out the game. But let me get back to this hypothetically speaking. What if the Vikings traded for Myles Garrett? Now, I don't know the details of his contract. I know he's getting a bag, right? And I understand Viking fans are going to say, what do we have to give up to get him? First of all, my mindset is this. You're going to have to give up first-round picks. But I'm talking about prior to, let me give more context. Prior to us signing, say, for instance, Hargrave and Jonathan Allen and other players that we signed, my goodness, if we could have somehow made it work, and listen, I'm willing to sacrifice 2 first-round picks, bro. Hey, listen, we'll give you two first-round picks. You give us like a fourth or whatever, depending on, or a third, depending on how many sacks he gets in the first year of his first year with the Vikings. Listen, if he get 10 sacks, we get a third. You know what I mean? I don't know, just something like that. But I'm willing to give up first-round picks for Myles Garrett, and I understand we don't have the money now, but if we didn't give the money to Jonathan Allen and Hargrave, and we could have kept Harrison Phillips, We would have Myles Garrett. We'd have had Dallas Turner. We would have still had Andrew Van Ginkel and Blake Cashman. Yo, we would have had a freaking monster of a team. And my whole thing is this, like, the rumors are out for a reason. Everybody that keeps saying, Mike, it's not going to happen. He's not getting traded. Hey, listen. Listen. The reason why this stuff is coming out because Myles Garrett don't want to be on the Browns. I know he got his payday, but he don't want to be on the Browns. His agent is probably like, yo, he wants to win. Some players, they want to get their bag. Obviously, they want to get their bag, but they also want to win. And he sees the Browns as an organization is not ran right because they want to, and rather than giving Shedeur Sanders an opportunity to play, they rather keep Dylan Gabriel in the game and on the field, knowing the man ain't that good. They know he's not that good. They don't want to give Dylan Gabriel opportunity for some strange reason. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But Shedeur Sanders should get an opportunity to give him a better chance because you got rid of Joe Flacco. And Dylan Gabriel's not looking decent. He's not looking good at all. So, and I'm listening to Brown fans saying, this is not even, listen, what I'm saying is coming from Brown fans. They're even saying Dylan Gabriel ain't that good. So you're not giving Shedeur Sanders and you're not giving him an opportunity and you're not giving your team an opportunity to win because your offense is straight up awful because your quarterback ain't all that. I know he's a rookie, but he ain't all that, right? And my whole thing is this. Your top player, your star player of your team wants out of Cleveland. Let's just keep it real. Garrett wants to win. He'll probably go to the – and you know what? That's exactly what I just said. In reality, Brown's not trading him. Yeah, they say that, bro, but when there's smoke, there's fire sometimes, bro. And I feel like they're going to end up trading him. Why not get 2 first-round picks for a player that don't want to be on your team? You're not winning anyway. You might as well rebuild around a quarterback. If you want to rebuild around Dylan Gabriel, which I don't think that's a good idea because I don't think he's that guy, but that's respectfully. He might prove me wrong. I don't know. But they got to figure something out. They got to figure something out because they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere with the type of offense that they have. It's terrible. And then on top of that, I think Myles Garrett had like 5 sacks in one game and they still lost the game. Like, it's like, I don't want to say they're wasting talent, but it's like y'all not even giving yourselves a real honest chance of winning because you don't have the quarterback. You don't have the quarterback. No, none of us want him. Yes, and I want to say this. I made a short, and I was joking, but I was serious. If the Browns, and I'm going to get to all y'all comments, everybody in the building, make sure you double tap the screen, hit the like button, double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. You know what I mean? Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But yes, everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel, whether you're a Viking fan or not. And like I said, we going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. But yeah, and I'm reading your comment. He said, "What's good, Mike? Sports fan. What's going on, bro? Right swing on Myles Garrett and Brian. Oh my gosh, top 5 defense, bro. Facts. Myles is not getting traded. Browns have already said, yeah, they're not going to say. Listen, they're going to say that until the person comes with the right combination of picks. I'm trying to tell you, bro. People say that they're not trying to trade a player. That's all to keep the value. Because if you say you want to trade them, then they might not get what they really want to get. You get where I'm coming from? Like, they could say all they want, right? That they're not trading him. But if Myles Garrett requests a trade and he keeps on saying it, of course they have to kind of put water on the fire because they don't want to be like, oh, well, we're just giving him up for just anything. Nah, they're going to put some water on that fire and they're going to be like, yo, respectfully, hey, listen, just be quiet, Myles Garrett. I got you with a trade. We're going to say we ain't going to trade you, and we're going to try to get the value up. Maybe we can get a couple first-round picks or whatever for you, and then we can make it happen. But that's how I'm looking at it because imagine you being such a great player. Because let's keep it real. Myles Garrett is one of the best players in the NFL. Forget offense, forget defense. In general, we just talking about in general. He's one of the best players in the whole NFL. And he's feeling like, dang, I'm wasting my career, my prime years with a team that's not trying to build a actual team to win a Super Bowl. So therefore, he's probably like, yo, I'm going to request out and I'm going to make noise. All this stuff ain't coming out just because. I'm telling y'all, we in the middle of the season pretty much. This ain't just coming out just because. This is coming out because they wanted this to come out and to pretty much, like I said, to light to put the fire out just somewhat so you can have the value of making a good trade. You know what I mean? They're trying to put the fire out. They want the most they can get from him, for him. Don't no. Yeah, we don't want him to go to the Eagles. Trade T.J. Hawkinson. Try at least to get a third. Yes, I would love that too. Vikes couldn't take a salary. There is no way. This is what I'm saying. This before you. I don't know if you was on earlier, but the first thing I said, right? If they was to, instead of them signing, I'm talking about before they signed Javon Hargrave, before they signed Jonathan Allen, but before they sign a couple other players, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, even Will Fries, I'm just saying, right? They could have had the money to give this man the bread. I'm just saying, and he is one of the players, one of the best players. He's probably top 3 player in the NFL right now, bro. Don't matter if it's offense, defense. He's that good. I would have made that sacrifice, and I would have gave him the money. I would have gave up the 2 first-round picks, whatever it had to take to get it. I would have tried to make that work because this is my mindset. I believe in JJ McCarthy so much. I'm a little bit delusional, but I believe in JJ McCarthy so much that I'm not thinking about, oh, he's a bust and we're going to have to draft another quarterback in 2 years. That's not my mindset. I think JJ McCarthy is the guy. I think JJ McCarthy is him, and I'm hoping that and that's just my opinion, but we'll see what happens, obviously. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if they didn't pay Hargrave, if they didn't pay Jonathan Allen, if they didn't pay a couple other players, Byron Murphy, forget that. Hey, listen, bro, Byron Murphy, come on, bro. Like, respectfully, bro. I'm just being honest. We could figure out some other stuff. I know but because look we spend all this money on players that ain't producing. So if we definitely have a guarantee to know that we're going to have a guy that's going to produce, that's a Pro Bowl, that's one of the greatest pass rushers of all time at the rate that he's going, I'm willing to sacrifice all that money into just one player because we got all these players and they're not producing with the money that we could have gave to that one player. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, y'all, hear me out. If you didn't pay Jonathan Allen, if you didn't pay Hargrave, if you didn't pay Byron Murphy, we could figure something out. We should have kept Mekhi Blackman. That's one. We should have kept Harrison Phillips. That's another one. Listen, there's some things that we made mistakes with, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if you can get one of the best players in the whole NFL, right? If you didn't give Hargrave the bread, yo, I'm trying to tell you, this would have been he would have been such. We don't listen, and I say this respectfully, right? Jonathan Grenard's not having the best season. I'm not saying he can't pick it up. That's not what I'm saying. He's not having the best season. But imagine this, right? You have Myles Garrett and Jonathan Grenard on the team together. Just imagine, bro. And then they're gonna automatically try to double team Myles Garrett. And then what would happen after that? Our guy, Jonathan Grenard, is going to start eating. He's going to start feasting. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to because if our secondary ain't where it needs to be, we need to have at least a pass rush, right? That's how I'm thinking as a Viking fan. And this is why I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, I know this is not going to happen because there's too much money tied into players that's not being productive, like a Jonathan Allen and a Hargrave and a Byron Murphy. So it's hypothetically speaking, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm just putting it out there. If there was a possibility to make this happen, I would have done it if I was the GM. Hey, listen, I'm going down with the ship if it doesn't work out. Yes, I know he's one player, but he's one player that's a great player, and we know what we get out of him. We don't get, listen, no disrespect, we're not getting greatness from Javon Hargrave. We're not getting greatness from Jonathan Allen. We're not getting greatness from Byron Murphy. All these players that we paid, bro, they ain't doing nothing on defense right now. And I'm not saying they can't bounce back, and I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm not trying to sound like I'm doubting the team. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if you didn't pay these dudes, you could have probably traded for Myles Garrett before he requested a trade, but now he requested, I'm not saying he's requesting a trade, but there's rumors out there, right? We could have got this man probably. We could have got him. But Dallas said they weren't trading Micah. Exactly. Right. So, right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Cool. Thank you. They're not going to tell the world, hey, by the way, we're going to trade Myles Garrett. The value's going to start going down, down, down. It's kind of like a stock. When a business starts to do bad, what does a stock do? Right? What does, say for instance, Apple. Say there's a big malfunction in Apple phones. What's going to happen to the stock of Apple? It's going to start dropping once you hear bad things, right? You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to sell my stock. A lot of people going to sell their stock. It's the same thing. And I'm not trying to compare a human to a stock, but y'all get where I'm going with it, though. Like, they have to try to put out the fire, right? So that's how I look at it. But and everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And like I said, everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. So if you're feeling the vibes, consider hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. JJ equals best quarterback in Viking history. Let's get it, bro. Pair Garrett with Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I just want people to just be a little bit open-minded in what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if you didn't pay all these dudes, bro, you could have made that trade earlier. Crazy should have put all his eggs in one basket with that player. If you're going to do it with a player, you should have went with him. You should have went with him, Myles Garrett. Because let me tell you, bro, I don't think people understand how good this man is. He's on the wrong team. Imagine him being coached by Brian Flores and bro, it's gonna be curtains for offenses. Listen, it sucks that we don't have him on this team. And it'll even suck even more if somehow Myles Garrett goes on the Eagles. If he goes to the Eagles, man. He said JJ McCarthy should have stayed in Michigan last season. Oh man. You're a loyal fan. Facts. So Myles Garrett definitely wanted to go to a contender. And if we talking first round picks, that might be a losing team. Yeah. I don't know. I think whatever they can get, as long as they get first round picks, I think that's what they really want. Hey, Anthony, keep it respectful in the comments. It's cool that you have your own opinion, bro. Anything, I mean, you're welcome to be on the channel. But if you just keep it respectful in the comments. But I will say this, bro. You can have your opinion about the Vikings being bad, but the Vikings are not done yet. I want to say that just to let you know, respectfully. You're entitled to your opinion, but bro, you don't. I mean, it is what it is. Vikings need Lamar Jackson. Yeah, Ravens keeping Lamar. Yes, y'all would be NFC. Mike, come on, bro. Garrett ain't leaving the Browns. You think they paying him 180 million to trade him? Vikings going to be in debt to the Browns for the next 100 years if they do. Well, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, I know it's not happening. But if I was going to pay a player big time money, let me just say this: they paid Kirk Cousins guaranteed contracts. Let's just break this down real quick because I keep hearing this and I keep hearing about the money situation. First, I said, hypothetically speaking, if they didn't pay Hargrave, if they didn't pay Jonathan Allen, if they didn't pay Byron Murphy, bro, you would have a chance to sign him, right? That's one. For two, they paid Kirk, and I'm not trying to come at Kirk Cousins. I'm just being honest. Can you do the research and look up how much money they gave Kirk Cousins when he was on the team? And they gave him fully guaranteed contracts, right? So if they will pay a player that wasn't as impactful as the player that I'm talking about, guaranteed contracts, and I know he's a quarterback, but he hasn't done anything in the playoffs. He hasn't won. He never got to the Super Bowl. He never got to the NFC Championship game. I'm just being honest. And I'm not coming at Kirk. I'm just being honest. So you're telling me you'll pay Kirk Cousins all this money, but you won't pay a player that's potentially going to be a Hall of Famer, that is in his prime, that is like a force to be reckoned with, a dude that can get you 10 sacks, and we pretty much halfway through the season. He might break the sack record. I think that's Michael Strahan with like 22 sacks in a season. He might end up at the rate that he's going. He might end up breaking that record. So you're not willing to trade and pay a man that type of bread, but we're willing to pay Kirk Cousins. But I'm saying hypothetically speaking, because I know people are going to have that mindset. My mindset is this: if you didn't play Hargrave, if you didn't pay Jonathan Allen, if you didn't pay Byron Murphy, forget all the. Listen, if you didn't pay Will Fries, listen. Hypothetically speaking, I'm willing to do that, bro, because he equals all those players, and then some, I'm just being honest. That means we have to draft a lot better. That's one. We have to develop a lot better. And why? And we would have had to keep Harrison Phillips. We would have had to keep Mekhi Blackman. I'm just saying it could be a different type of defense. That's all I'm saying, hypothetically speaking. But for everyone that's saying we wouldn't pay that type of bread and make the trade, hey, bro, they literally paid Kirk Cousins I think the first guaranteed contract in NFL history, bro. And he has never been as good as some of these other quarterbacks. That like I'm not gonna start going down the list, but y'all get where I'm going with it. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Y'all had Daniel, Sam. Why y'all let them go? Because we got JJ McCarthy. Myles gets the most double. Yes, bro. Best edge. That's what I'm trying to tell people. And I say hypothetically speaking because I want people to think outside the box. I know it's not going to happen 9 times out of 10. But if you didn't pay Hargrave all that money, if you didn't pay Jonathan Allen all this money, we would be, listen, hypothetically speaking, you could have probably made a trade for Myles Garrett prior to him getting that contract, maybe. And maybe you would have got him for a little bit lower. Who knows? I'm just saying. You could have probably got this man because before the season started, we was on the mindset for the Viking fans. I don't care what no Viking fan says. I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to this right here. We all thought that this team would be a good. Now, I'm gonna speak for myself. I thought this team would be in a better position right now, and I think it's more because of injury more than talent. But if you would have had a Myles Garrett, bro, some of these quarterbacks that's just sitting in the pocket, going on vacation, sipping on coladas, going to the Bahamas, just chilling in the pocket, picking our defense apart because ain't no pass rush consistently. Ain't no pass rush. That's all I'm saying. He is illusion. Lamar Jackson staying with the Ravens have to give up a film. Yeah. Carson Wentz greatness. Let's get it. James, he's not better than Hutch. Stats prove it. Aiden Hutchinson? You saying that Myles Garrett's not better than Aiden Hutchinson? I'm a Hutch guy. If you talking about Aiden Hutchinson, I'm an Aiden Hutchinson guy. But I'm sorry, bro. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's better than Myles Garrett. If that's who you're talking about, I'm not sure who you're talking about. Hate playing against Myles twice a season. Hutch doesn't get double teams like him. Yes, he's not better. Listen, I'm a big Aiden Hutchinson, one of my favorite players, and I'm a Viking fan, right? He's not Aiden Hutchinson. I like him, so I don't want people to think I'm hating on Aiden Hutchinson. I'm not. He's not better than Myles Garrett, bro. Like, let's keep it real, bro. He's not better than Myles Garrett. And I like Aiden Hutchinson. If you put on, all right, hey, brother, you can just get blocked. I don't know why you keep on saying stupid stuff. Like, you're just a weirdo. But Hutch gets double teams every game. Yeah, he does get double teamed, but I think you are talking about Aiden Hutchinson. I think Myles Garrett is better than Aiden. That's just my opinion, respectfully speaking. Hutch does get double teamed. If y'all defense can't get to Detroit quarterback, and y'all will have a big chance to probably win. Yes, bro. And my biggest thing, and this is why I'm calling out Jonathan Grenard. Andrew Van Ginkel's coming off his neck injury, and hopefully he can get to the quarterback. But my biggest thing is getting to Jared Goff and stopping the run. And I think if we would have kept Harrison Phillips, that I think we'd be in a better situation. I really am trying to be optimistic about Jonathan Allen right now and Hargrave, but they haven't done enough, bro. They haven't done enough, and I'm going to call it like I see it, bro. I'm going to call it like I see it. Statistically, Hutch is better edge in the league. I don't know, man. People look at statistics and make it like statistics is everything. What does your eyes tell you? Who's the most dominant player? Sometimes statistics, and I gotta just say this because people look at statistics as like that's the all be all. And I'm not trying to come at Kirk Cousins, but I say no to Kirk Cousins because there's rumors that Kirk Cousins might want to come to the Vikings and be a second string quarterback. I don't want that to happen, but respectfully, this is what I'll say. Kirk Cousins put up a lot of great seasons with the Vikings when it comes to statistics, but did he win anything? So he's throwing for 3,500 yards every single season as a Viking, but has he won anything? right? And statistics don't tell you the full story. We still losing. We still losing. That's all. And I'm not saying, and I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying that Aiden Hutchinson is a bad player because Aiden Hutchinson is a dog. Aiden Hutchinson is one of the best players, one of the best pass rushers in the game, hands down. Straight up. I will admit to that. Just my opinion, I think Myles is better. Should have never got rid of Sam. He's playing better teams. Be nice about my Jets. Trade for Woolen after beating the brakes off the Lions. Go. Let's get it, baby. Myles Garrett is worth a first round. Yeah. Is it time to look at the draft prospects when the Vikings lose this week? Hey, listen, I would definitely start looking at some draft prospects if the Vikings lose this week. I'm gonna start really getting into the college football a lot more if they lose this week. I think they will win, but you know how things go. Anything can happen. I think it's any given Sunday. It is a division rival game, so we'll see what happens. Um, is it time to look at I read that? No, hey Gage. I listen. I like Myles Garrett, but I ain't giving up no 3. I give up 2 at the most. But I get what you're saying though. I give up 2, bro. I'm not giving up no 3. If they ask for 3 first round picks, bro, they better give me a second round pick in return. I don't care. Give me a second round pick. Give me a second round pick. Cause I gotta still pay this man. Nah, bro. Like, listen, bro. Unless they take some of his salary, which I know they not. Myles gets double teamed the most on 76%. So y'all really getting it going in on this Myles Garrett versus Aiden Hutchinson. Lee Hutch gets the most stats. Y'all sound like some. Yeah, I like Aiden, so I'm not coming at Aiden. I love Aiden. Aiden's one of my favorite players. And it doesn't make sense to have Brian Flores as your defensive coach and not the top or the best defensive player in the league. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I get you. People need to stop hating on Hutch and hate on Parson. No, nobody's hating on Hutch. Who hating on Hutch? I know I'm not. I was devastated, even as a Viking fan. I was devastated when Aiden Hutchinson got hurt last year. I hated that, and I don't even know what the injury was. I'm a big Aiden Hutchinson guy. What's going on? Big Task is in the building. No one is hating on Hutch. He's great. Garrett is just best. Can we be honest with the future of Justin Jefferson? He's going to be a Viking for his whole career, hopefully. Y'all get rid of quarterbacks that got, yes, man, I keep hearing that comment. I'm going to always hear that comment until J.J. McCarthy plays well. And I understand hindsight is 2020, but as a Viking fan, I'm rocking with my bull, J.J. McCarthy. A lot of people going to keep talking about Sam Darnold. I got a lot of love for Sam Darnold. A lot of people are going to keep talking about Danny Dimes. I got a lot of respect for Danny Dimes. He's with the Colts, and they're looking amazing. They're looking remarkably amazing. Same with the Seahawks with Sam Darnold. But we can't change the past. It is what it is. We let them go. We have J.J. McCarthy, and we got to see what J.J. McCarthy has. Now, if J.J. McCarthy is the guy, right, then he's going to make this team better. He's going to make the team a contender if he's the guy. And I mean, if he's not, then we have to go to the drawing board and we have to draft another quarterback. But we'll see what happens in time. But I will not evaluate J.J. McCarthy off of just 2 games. He got to listen. People want to say he's a bust off of just 2 games. I don't think that's kind of fair to evaluate a quarterback off of just 2 games. And I just feel like when we see him play, when we see him play for the rest of the season, and then next season a little bit and see how he plays, we'll go from there. But I feel like people gotta just wait a little bit. Wait a little bit to call him a bust. We'll see what happens. Garrett can't be the best in the league if he can't do better than Hutch. Do you have oh man. My man Mike bringing the vibes. Hey, listen, bro. I'm just talking, bro, putting a hypothetically question out there for the Viking fans and just people that's just, you know what I mean? That just like to think like that outside the box. I know it's not going to happen, but you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Some things happen, you know what I mean? That you least suspect. That Michael Parsons, like my bull said, that happened. But at the end of the day, bro, you never know. I look, I say hypothetically before we signed Hargrave and Jonathan Allen and re-signed Byron Murphy, we had an honest chance of signing Myles Garrett, trading and signing him to a long-term contract, and maybe we could have got a good deal. Maybe the deal that the Browns signed, because the Browns were just they're a desperate franchise. Not trying to come at the Browns, they're a desperate franchise. Like, so my thing right now, on paper, I think the Vikings are a better team. They're a better franchise right now. And I think we might have probably got a little bit, I'm not going to say a discount, but we probably could have got him for a little bit cheaper than what the Browns got him for and signed him for. I'm just saying. And yeah. But it's all hypothetically speaking. We know it's not going to happen, but you never know. But it ain't going to happen because we don't have the bread. We don't got the money. We kind of wasted all. I ain't gonna say it's a waste because we still got time in the season to see what Jonathan Allen and Hargrave can do. But just imagine Myles Garrett in the he will be he will be a Hall of Famer, bro, at the Vikings. We haven't had an edge rusher like him since Daniil Hunter and who's the other guy? And Jared Allen. Jared Allen, bro. We haven't had an edge rusher like a Myles Garrett since Jared Allen. That's even better. A better comparison. Like, y'all know how great Allen was. So I'm talking about Jared Allen. I ain't talking about Jonathan Allen. I'm talking about Jared Allen, edge rusher, one of the greatest defensive ends, pass rushers of all time. Look him up if you don't know who I'm talking about. That guy was a straight up dog in his prime. But my whole thing is like, if we didn't sign Hargrave and Byron Murphy and Jonathan Allen, we would have had a chance. And maybe we could have tried to trade before the Browns gave him that bag. Because if they didn't give him the bag, right, we could have like maybe signed him for a little bit off. I'm not going to say it's a lot. It's going to be a lot off. But maybe, what was it, 180 mil? Maybe we could have signed him for 170 mil, 165 mil or something like that. I don't know what the guarantees are and the contract, the full contract, whatever. But I'm just saying, man, hindsight is 2020. You sign Hargrave, and we got and all the people that's like, oh, we're not giving up all these first round picks, bro. Listen, bro, we trying to win a Super Bowl. And if you have faith in JJ McCarthy, if you have confidence in JJ McCarthy, he's the real he's going to be the quarterback for the present and the future, like I do, then those are the type of moves you make. I'm giving up 2 first round picks for the man. It is what it is. That's why you have to develop talent in the you got to draft in the second round good, third round, fourth. The first round is not the only round you get talent in. People be making it seem like, oh, if you don't have no first round picks, you're not going to get no talent. You can find Hall of Famers in the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round. It just depends on your scouting. Is your scouting good? Is your GM good? And then you go from there. You know what I mean? Myles Garrett and Adrian Ashley is the best in the league. Myles is playing good against teams. Hutch is playing great against contenders every week. Like, go Pack, go. Brian Burns, what's going on? Trick Shot. Oh my gosh, my guy, man, my guy Trick Shot is in the building. Salute to my guy Trick Shot. Salute to my guy. Salute to my guy. Salute to my guy. Happy Friday to everybody. God bless to everybody that's in the. God bless to everybody that's in the chat right now. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Double team pressure, raise Myles 5. Michael is 67 and TJ Watt is 66. Hutch doesn't see as much. Hey, listen, I don't want this to be a comparison where I'm coming at Aiden Hutchinson. I don't even want to compare the two, right? They're both good players. They're both great players. I'm just talking about Myles Garrett because I feel like right now it's a topic to talk about. That's for one. For two, like there's some moves that if I was the listen, I don't get paid the big bucks, but if I was the GM of the Minnesota Vikings, right? If I was the GM of the Minnesota Vikings, I would have did a little bit thing. I would have done some things different. I'm not a genius. I don't know everything. I go by my eye test more than statistics, to be honest with you. But in the draft, I probably would have drafted Donovan Jackson, so I'm not taking none away from that. But that third round pick, I would have drafted Andrew Makuba from Texas, the safety, because Theo Jackson's not showing me enough. And Harrison Smith is starting to, we'll see what he does against, maybe they'll have a bounce back game against the Lions. But I would have did that differently. Now, when you talk about before I signed, because I think the free agency started before the draft, right? So what I would have done before the draft, I would have never, like, first of all, if I could get a player of Myles Garrett's caliber, I'm going to try my hardest to get him. I'm going to try to make a big splash. Yes, it's risky. When you're giving up multiple first round picks, it's risky. But I'm going to be so confident as a GM where I'm going to get talent in the second round. And it's not like you can't trade up to go back into the first round. You can trade a third and a second and maybe even a fifth or a sixth or whatever to move back up in the first round. No, it's not going to be a top 10 pick. No, it's not going to be probably even top 15, top 20. But you can still trade back up in the first. People make it seem like the first round is the only round you get talented players. You get a lot of talented players in the second round, the third round, the fourth round, and that's where you have to be confident as a GM, and you have to be confident in your scouting, and you just got to go with your gut. I mean, it's risk. The draft is one big risk. You don't know who's going to be successful. You don't know. You just got to know your team. Is your team a good when it comes to developing talent? Is your team good enough to, if this player takes a little bit to develop, do you have the team that kind of cover up his deficiencies until he gets up to speed on what's going on defense, or if it's a offensive player on offense? So it's just like, it's so many different ways you can look at it. But I'm just like, man, I just feel like, man, just imagine if we had a player like that. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins as a backup wouldn't be bad because you never know JJ can. You know what? And I get that. I'm so there. I actually was talking to one of my homies about that, but my mindset is this. I want to let the past be the past. And I'm just going to just leave it like that, because I feel like once you go to the past, it's like, I don't think he's the same Kirk Cousins. That's for one. For two, it's going to be so hard, even when Kirk Cousins does play or he's not playing and JJ McCarthy looks bad, they're going to say put Kirk Cousins in the game automatically, bro. Kirk Cousins is still loved in Minnesota. A lot of Viking fans think that we should have never traded Kirk Cousins. So if JJ McCarthy has one bad game, they're going to automatically be like, oh, put Kirk Cousins in. So do you want that distraction? I don't know. I understand the backup. He knows the offense. He knows the team. He knows how Jordan Addison runs routes. He knows how Justin Jefferson runs routes. He knows TJ Hawkinson, how he runs his routes. He knows Kevin O'Connell. I understand all that. You know what I mean? And I like the way you're thinking, Beast Mode, but it's just like, I don't know about it. Myles Garrett is good, but he's playing one teams. So you put gold in the tournament. It looks great. Lions have the second hardest schedule in the league and is putting up best numbers you can. All right, bro. Gage. It's all good, bro. Like, respectfully, this is how I look at it, man. Agree to disagree, right? We're going to agree to disagree. And this is not me saying that Aiden Hutchinson isn't a good pass rusher. I never said that. If I had a first overall pick and the two best pass rushers were Aiden Hutchinson or Myles Garrett, respectfully, I'm going Myles Garrett. We're going to have to agree to disagree. I mean, there's nothing against Aiden Hutchinson. I like Aiden Hutchinson, but I would choose Myles Garrett over Aiden Hutchinson. There's nothing against Aiden because Aiden is a straight up dog. So I don't want people to make it seem like, oh, I'm coming at Aiden Hutchinson. Like, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm going to go Myles Garrett. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, just like you're entitled to your opinion. And like I said, we're just going to have to agree to disagree, bro. It's all good. Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But passer and first in their division, aren't they? 5 sacks against first in the division is a Buns team. Yeah, Patriots are a monster. Facts. That's a fact, though. It's still Cam Jordan and Bosa brothers. Chris Jones in the league. There's not better than Myles Garrett, honestly. Yeah. Myles Garrett is better than Hutchinson. Oh, man, y'all really going in about this. It's the only. I have a question for everyone in the chat. What do you guys think about Dexter Lawrence this season? I think Dexter Lawrence is a dog as well. I haven't been too familiar with what Dexter Lawrence is doing this year. But I know he's a very, 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 very good player on that defensive line. I don't know what his numbers look. I didn't look it up, but I love Dexter Lawrence. He's a monster. How about my Bucks? Let's go, Baker. Hey, listen, the Bucks look amazing. The Bucks look absolutely terrific. Hey, listen, terrific. By the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. You could be from outer space. You can be from a whole nother galaxy, a whole nother country, a whole nother city, another state. Don't matter. You're welcome to the YouTube channel if you're feeling the vibes. But just make sure you definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're feeling the vibes. But salute to everybody that's in the building. But I want to say this respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, people sleeping on the Vikings like it's a done season. Respectfully speaking, the Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off the Lions. Hey, listen, all you Lion fans that's talking and yapping all in the comments and talking all that nonsense, and you talking like y'all the big dogs on campus, y'all the big dogs in the NFC North Division. Hey, listen, respectfully speaking, when the Minnesota Vikings come to Detroit, you're going to see J.J. McCarthy. You're going to hear a J.J. to J.J., meaning J.J. McCarthy, touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the game. You're going to see J.J. McCarthy throw another touchdown pass to Jordan Addison. You're going to see J.J. McCarthy throw a pass that's going to be a touchdown to Jalen Naylor. It's gonna be a show. I'm just letting y'all know. And our defense is gonna step up. So I know people trying to say that the season is over. We 3-4. We not looking the best, but the season ain't over until the season is over. And we got a chance. And we're right now. We might be last in our division. I know it looks spooky. It is Halloween right now. It's looking spooky for the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you never give up on your team until the season is over. You feel me? That's the type of Viking fan I am. You feel me? It was on. Okay. Someone was hating on him. Not only that, but we had a third string corners all last year. So like what? Yeah. The last most important part is ability to capacity and resources for a specific business. Okay, Big Red Random. You are really random with that. Hey, dude, name. Can you give? Okay. I pray JJ on Sunday. Shock the world, boys. Let's go to yes, facts, Hunter. Listen, man. I'm not giving up on the season, bro. I'm not giving up on the season. Max Crosby, dude, he's a beast. Yes, there's a lot. Listen, when I talk about a specific player, this is not me coming at any other player. This is not me saying that Max Crosby, which I know he's a dog as well. I know Max is a dog. I know. I'm not, just because I talk about Myles Garrett don't mean I'm saying that these other dudes ain't good. That's all I'm saying, my bull Gage. I know there's a lot of dogs in the NFL, bro. I'm just talking about Myles Garrett right now because Myles Garrett is in the he's talked about right now because hypothetically speaking, there's rumors. There's a lot of rumors flowing out. And I'm hoping that he don't go to the Eagles because if the Eagles get him, they're going to win another Super Bowl. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If the Eagles get Myles Garrett, they're winning another Super Bowl this season, bro. They're going to win back-to-back Super Bowls. So, and I made a short talking about that. Listen, this is coming from a Viking fan opinion. Listen, you better not trade him to the Eagles. They're going to win back-to-back Super Bowls. It is what it is. Imagine Carter and Myles Garrett. I don't even want to imagine it, bro. I don't even want to imagine it. I don't even want to think about it, bro, because I know what it's going to look like. I can just tell. I just know. I don't know it all, but I know that's a recipe for disaster for the whole NFC, bro. We don't want that. And as a Viking fan, we in the NFC, and I plan to see my Vikings in the playoffs. And the one thing I don't want to see is Myles Garrett, because we will be going against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And I don't want to see Myles Garrett as the edge rusher of the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want to see it because I know how our offensive line be struggling. So I don't want to see it. He said Vikings lost to the Eagles. Yeah, that is true. That is true. When my Texans played y'all last year, I thought y'all were going to go on a win it all. Y'all played flawless. Yeah, it happens. It happens. You win some, you lose some. Vikings traded for Dak Prescott. Yo, if that ever happens, bro, I'm blaming you. Who said that? KSF 3455. Listen, bro. I'm blaming you. And I'm not saying Dak is a bad quarterback, but I'm blaming you, bro. If it happens, I'm going to remember that name. And I'm blaming you, bro, respectfully. He said, for the Vikings, I think Max Crosby could be a pick, but it's also hard because your O-line is so cooked. And that's why we're going to have to figure it out in the draft, bro. Like, we can't always get all these free agent linemen because we did that with Will Fries. We did that with Ryan Kelly. You're going to have to draft talent. Like, we got to, listen, like, and I'm not talking about you, bro. I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying in general. Like, the Vikings have to draft better. It comes down to drafting more than free agency sometimes. You have to draft better. And in order to get your team to where you want it to be, you got to be on point with the drafting. You're going to have to draft a center. You're going to have to draft a guard. You're going to have to draft a tackle eventually because Brian O'Neill's keeps getting hurt. And hopefully Christian Darrisaw can be on point because he's coming off a bad injury. So Ravens on top. But I need everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody is welcome to this YouTube channel. Like, when I say that, I truly mean that. You feel me? When I say that, I truly mean that. This is from the bottom of my heart. Like, when I say that I'm going live for every game with the scoreboard and everything, I want everybody to come on the live stream, even if you're not a Viking fan. Because I look at it like this. I always say this, and I mean this. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I know we have our rivals, and we talk that talk. You know what I mean? But you don't got to insult anybody when you talking that talk. You feel me? Like, we have a bigger vocabulary selection in our brain where our mind capacity can fit more words than just having more than us insulting people. You can give your opinion without saying that this person is an idiot. Oh, he's this, he's that, and the third. You can debate without that. So my whole thing is, and I think sports, the reason why I feel like sports bring us together, because not recently, but week 2, I went to a Minnesota Viking game. I had my Viking gear on, right? It didn't matter if you was blue. It didn't matter if you was red. It didn't matter if you was pink. It didn't matter if you was from a whole nother continent, a whole nother galaxy, a whole nother planet. Listen, man, I was walking through the city of Minneapolis and everybody was saying Skull. It didn't matter, bro. We all came together for one common goal to see our team. And that's the power of sports. I think it's a necessary thing to have right now because of what's going on in the whole entire world. There's a lot of evil. And by the way, let me say this. Prayers to all the people that's affected by Hurricane Melissa. Prayers to each and every one of y'all that's affected, family, children, mothers, daughters, uncles, everybody, grandmas, grandpa, everybody. Prayers to everybody that's affected by the Hurricane Melissa. Because I don't know, I didn't look up the news because I don't like looking at the news, but I'm pretty sure it was devastating because it turned into a Category 5. So prayers to everybody that was affected by Hurricane Melissa. But I always look at sports is something that bring us all together to for a common ground. Even like on this channel, what's so cool about this channel? Yes, I primarily cover the Vikings, but I know a little bit about other people's teams. Like, I don't know a whole lot, but I don't mind answering questions about other teams and just vibing with you. This is why it's called Mike Sports Vibes, spelt with a Z, not with an S. Spelt with a Z, not with an S, because it's about good vibes over here. You know what I mean? Yes, we do debate. Yes, sometimes it gets heated, but it's all love at the end of the day. When I say that the Vikings going to beat the brakes off of the Lions, I say that respectfully, and I say it with love. You know what I'm saying? I say it respectfully, but I say it with love. And that's what's going to happen this Sunday. The mighty Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off of the Lions this Sunday. You know the vibes. You heard it first from your boy, Mike Sports Vibes. And I'm Mike Sports Vibes, and I approve this message. I made a short saying that. Eagles Super Bowl again, back-to-back facts. If they get Myles Garrett, bro, in the rumors, the Eagles are trying to get Myles Garrett. So if they get Myles Garrett, I'm so irritated, bro. The whole NFC, I'm not saying bow down to the Eagles. You might as well I don't see a team beating the Eagles in the playoffs if they get Myles Garrett. I'm going to be honest with you. And I can't stand look, I'm Philly everything else, bro. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. And by the way, I have another YouTube channel. Let me put that in the comments because I'm Philly everything besides football. And the reason why I am a Viking fan from Pennsylvania is because of the greatest wide receiver of all time. His name is Randy Moss. So if you guys are into basketball, if you're into basketball If you're into hockey, I'm gonna be covering hockey as well. If you're into all that, make sure you go to that channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna be going live tonight for I think it's the Sixers versus Boston play-by-play. So go to that channel, go subscribe to that channel. It's gonna be lit. I can't wait. So it's Boston Celtics versus the Sixers. The Sixers are undefeated. They're 4-0. So go check out that channel. I put it in the link. I put it in the comments. So go check out that channel. Go subscribe to that channel. Salute to everybody that's in the building. I'm gonna catch up in the comments right now. Max didn't want to play for the Raiders again. Yeah. Vikes haven't won a playoff game in 8 years. It's been a while, bro. It's been a while. And this is what I be trying to say. Like, yes, we went 14-3, right? But and I'm not saying it's not a good thing. So don't get it twisted. I ain't saying it's not a good thing. But I'd rather be a team that won 10 games or 9 games and barely get into the playoffs and make a run than winning 14 games and then you lose in the first wild card game. Like, no. I want to win a Super Bowl. If you're a Viking fan, most likely you embraced a lot of suck, right? We're Viking fans. We love being Viking fans, but at the end of the day, we want to win. And this is why I be trying to tell Viking fans, yes, we might like KOC. We might like certain players, but there's nothing wrong with holding players accountable. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like we saying, oh, this player is so bad. He sucks. He's the worst person in the world. No, we're not saying all that. But if KOC is not having a good game plan with his play calling, I'm calling him out. If my quarterback's not playing the best, I'm calling him out. If my cornerbacks are getting destroyed in the secondary, I'm calling them out. If my defensive tackles and my defensive ends and linebackers ain't able to stop the run, I'm calling them out. There's a way you do it. It's the way you say it. But listen, nobody's untouchable when it comes to criticism. It can be respectful, though. It can be respectful. Y'all need Sanders. You know what? I said this, Gage, and I made it short. Not that the Vikings need Sanders. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, I might have to make that a video probably tomorrow. Should we trade for Sanders? You know what I mean? And it's not because I don't believe in JJ McCarthy, but I would love to have some competition in that quarterback room because they're not trying to play Max Brosmer. I'm just being honest. Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with competition. Let's go. You know what I mean? And my whole thing is if the Browns ain't going to give Shadir Sanders an opportunity, why don't y'all just trade him to another team? And you better hope he's not successful because everybody's going to be fired on that. And like from the coaches, GM, everybody's going to be fired. You know what team he's going to probably go to? And I don't know, but the team that I think he will be good on will be the Cowboys. Or the Vikings, but the Cowboys is the team I'm really thinking. Depending on how I don't know Dak Prescott's contract. I don't know, but I think Shadir would be good with the Cowboys, with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and they tight end, and yeah, they got a good offensive. They got a good offensive team. They running game starting to be on point. The only weakness with the Cowboys is they don't have no dang on defense. Vikings signed Mike. Oh yeah, hey, listen, hold on now, hey. You said Vikings signed Mike Sports Vine? Hey, listen. Hey. Yo, the Vikings signed Mike Sports Vine. Hey, listen. Put me in, coach. Boo for the two. Boo for the two. Sir. Hurt. Mike Sports Vibes drops back. He drops back. Myles Garrett tries to get him. He breaks the tackle. He throws Myles Garrett to the ground with a stiff arm. He does a spin move. He scrambles to the right side. He's running. He's running with his legs for the first down and more. And he gets a touchdown. That's a 50-yard touchdown run by Mike Sports Vibes. And oh my goodness, I think we found a quarterback in Minnesota. Get your popcorn ready. Get your lemon pepper wings ready. Get your popcorn ready, your extra buttery popcorn ready. We got a quarterback in Minnesota. His name is Mike Sports Vibes. Put me in, coach. Yeah, put me in, coach. Hey, listen. Put me in, coach. That's how I look at it. Put me in. Hey, listen. They can sign your boy. Sign me. Hey, KLC, man. If you don't want to play Max Brosmer, let me be the second string quarterback. If something happens, look, I don't want it to happen. But if something happens to JJ McCarthy, put me in coach. I'm going to hand that ball up to Aaron Jones. I'm going to be like, yo, quick pass. Hey, Justin Jefferson. Listen, I don't know the plays. I'm going to just say, yo, Justin Jefferson, I'm going to give you a short slant. I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to call all short slant routes. Oh, like, listen, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to boot to the right, boot to the left. I'm going to make it happen, bro. I don't got the biggest arm talent. I'm going to make it happen, though. We're gonna figure it out. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm an audible out of everything KOC gives me. If he tries to tell me to throw a deep past 30 plus yards, I'm going to say, I don't got an arm like that, bro. You got me messed up, bro. Audible. I'm going to be like, I'm an audible, right? I'm going to go to the center. I'm going to go to Blake Brandon and be like, yo, Superman, 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 Hulk smash, Hulk smash, Hulk smash, Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. And they're going to, I'm like, yo, we changing that play, bro. Hey, listen, bro. We changing that play, bro. We ain't doing that. Audible. You know what I mean? I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to be like, yo, when I say Superman, that means we doing a, I don't know. We're going to figure something out. We're going to figure it out. I don't want to tell y'all because they might put me in the game. KOC might call me up and be like, yo, Mike Sports Vibes, I need you on my team. I love your energy. And best believe and best believe I'm putting you in the game. We might put you RPO plays. We might make it happen, bro. I might mess around, be a wide receiver over there, bro. Hey, listen, since they ain't trying to play Adam Thielen, they might need to put your boy in. I'm just saying. I could be the fourth wide receiver. I could be a kickoff returner or something. I don't know. I might fumble. You know what I mean? They'll take me out the game the first play, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Vikings traded for, yeah, bro, for real. Lions turned. I'm kind of skipping some comments, trying to catch up. Shout out to Dom. He said, I love it. He said, legendary community. Facts. Legendary community. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, what y'all waiting for? If y'all haven't hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. You know what I'm saying? Sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. You could be from outer space. You could be from another galaxy. You're welcome to this YouTube channel. But if you are from another galaxy, let your brother know first. Because I don't want none of those people coming to my door. Because listen, I don't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Listen, just let me know first so I know what I'm getting myself into. If you're from another galaxy, let me know, brother. Don't come over here. I'm gonna take you to my leader. I'm gonna take you to my spaceship, and I'll bring you back tomorrow. And they knock me out, like that little machine where they put up to your face and they click the button and you forget everything. And I don't even know what happened, but I was in outer space somewhere. And listen, we don't want that. So don't do that to me. Just let me know. Let me have my memories. Don't just knock my memories out. You feel me? See, this is why I know I watch too many movies, but it is what it is. I'm a movie person. I'm an introvert and I'm a movie person. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Yeah. Would break your femur. Hey, he would break my femur. He would break my arms. Listen, I'm gonna try to stiff for him. I'm like, I try to stiff for him, that boy. I ain't gonna say cat. Thank you for vibing with me, Big Tats. Yo, DFJ, my guy. DFJ is in the building. Hey, listen, bro. I know that your Eagles are thinking about trading for Myles Garrett, but can you make a call and tell them not to do it? Because I don't want y'all winning another Super Bowl this year. I don't want it to happen. So just call and say, I don't think that's a good idea. I know you're an Eagles fan. Just don't do it. Don't do it. True. Especially when it has 17 different quarterbacks. Yeah, man. Yeah, Arizona, but born and raised in line. But both careers deserve a bowl. Yeah, bro. Yo, you know what's crazy, man? I've been a Vikings fan for a minute. And everybody be wondering, like, why are you not an Eagles fan? Like, yo, bro. I like some of the players on the Eagles. Like, my favorite player in Eagle history is Brian Dawkins. But I never, like, really rock with them. You know what I mean? I never really rock with the Eagles. Like, I was more into basketball. And actually, I still am. My favorite sport, honestly, is basketball. That's why my favorite sport is basketball, but a close second is football. But I was, like, always into basketball, watching Allen Iverson growing up. And, like, when and I know what, I messed up the title because I was going to have a different title. but I'm gonna save it because I don't want to say it because I don't want no one biting off this title that I'm about to come up with probably tomorrow. But yeah, Allen Iverson, I grew up watching him, and then I remember the wild card game, and I seen Randy. I said, "Yo, Randy Moss is that guy. Randy Moss is that guy." You know what I mean? Most definitely franchise tag Mike. Yeah, franchise tag your boy, man. Jefferson plus first round plus second round. And yeah, Myles Garrett. Let's get it. I'll do it. I'll take no, not Jefferson. Not Jefferson. I can't do Jefferson, bro. I ain't getting rid of Jefferson. I ain't getting rid. If you would have said Jordan Addison, I would have had more of a iffy with it. I'll be cool with it. I wouldn't like it necessarily, but I would do it though, because I look at it like this. It's very hard to get a Hall of Fame pass rusher like Myles Garrett. And I'm not saying he's in the Hall of Fame yet because he hasn't retired, but at the rate that Myles Garrett, like how he's getting sacks and dominating, every year he hasn't had less than 10 sacks in any of his seasons, bro. Like he's a monster, bro. He is a straight up monster. So, and I mean that in a good way. But I'm not getting rid of Justin Jefferson. No. I don't think. Yeah, I couldn't get rid of Justin Jefferson. No, I couldn't. Jordan Addison would be more of a. I would do it for Jordan Addison, but I'm not doing it for Justin Jefferson. No, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so everybody's on the same. Everybody's thinking how I'm thinking. Do the Eagles even have the cap? I don't know. They can make it by trading some of their players. I don't even know what they cap looking like. I think they just signed A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They did already. Extend. They gave Jalen Hurts a contract. I don't know, bro. I can't even tell you. But the one thing about the Eagles GM is they always seem to make it work. Like the Eagles GM always seems to make things work, make it happen, bro. He's like one of the best GMs in the game. Real talk. He's one of the best GMs in the game. Garrett definitely going to be a Hall of Famer at the end. Yeah, if he keeps what he's doing, bro, yeah. Mike, we've had these exact convos about Michael earlier this season. Yeah, man, I ain't trying to hate on Michael, man. I think he's a good pass rusher. But if I had to choose one of the two, I'm going Myles Garrett. Man, listen, I like Micah. And that's a real division rival right there, bro. Like, I can't give the Packers no credit, bro. I can't. The only Packer guy I really liked a lot was Brett Favre, and that's because he became a Viking. Besides that, bro, I can't stand the Packers. I got respect for like Jordan Love. I think he's a good quarterback. I got respect for some of their players, but I really can't stand the Packers. That's the one team. If you're a Viking fan, I'm curious to know what team don't you like the most? I think majority of Viking fans would say the Packers. I think Viking fans will say Packers, and then they might do a close second, Lions, because the Lions are talking so heavy right now. The Lions are talking heavy right now, bro. My personal opinion for Edge is Hutch, Garrett is close, Micah, and Crosby. I gotta do my research on the pass rushers. I don't know what Trey Hendrickson is doing right now. What's Trey Hendrickson doing? He led the NFL in sacks last season, but I'm not really sure. Is he hurt with the Bengals? I haven't really. Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. Everybody that's in the building, Super Hawk, smash that like button. Super Hawk, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. We going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. So salute to everybody that's in the building, rocking with your boy. And we will be going live for every game. So I hope to see you this Sunday against the Lions. I didn't put the thumbnail. I didn't put the video out yet. But I will be live for the Lions game. So Trey Hendrickson, I wonder if he's hurt because I'm not hearing a lot about Trey Hendrickson. And I'm honestly curious because let me see how many games he played. He must be hurt. He gotta be hurt because they're not talking about him. How did he just take that big of a drop? Yeah, he's hurt. He got to be hurt. Because he only played 7 games. We'll be in week 9. I don't know. Is he hurt, y'all? I think he hurt. But he got 4 sacks right now. So Trey Hendrickson's not even, He said, what about the Bears? Do you feel threatened by them? I'm not threatened by the Bears. They had some great players back in the day that I really respect. See, the one thing about the Bears is it's a more of a respect thing for me with the Bears. Like, I know that sounds weird as a Viking fan. I was a big I didn't like him doing my team dirty, but Brian Urlacher was one of the greatest linebackers that I have ever seen. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you on TV. Like Brian Urlacher was a straight up dog. I'm not sure if y'all know who Brian Urlacher is. If you don't know who he is, look him up. I had a lot of respect, and they had a lot of good pass rushers throughout the history and all that. Like, I had a lot of I had respect for the Bears. It wasn't like a dislike, like a true dislike. It was more of a dislike for the Packers. Recently, it's starting to be the Lions, but for the Packers, since I've been a Viking fan, it's always been a back and forth rivalry between the Vikings and the Packers. Like that's just how I look at it. Like the rivalry between the Vikings and the Packers is kind of like the rivalry between the Eagles and the Cowboys. It's kind of like the rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens. It's kind of like the rivalry between what's another good rivalry? Yeah, those are the only ones I can think off the top of my head. But y'all get where I'm going with it. What about the Eagles about to beat the Packers next? I hope y'all do. Brandon Jones, I hope y'all do, bro. I hope y'all beat the brakes off the Packers. Respectfully speaking, this is nothing against the Packers. It's all love at the end of the day. I want y'all to lose. I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all. I want my Vikings to win the division. I want my Vikings to win the Super Bowl. I want my Vikings to get to the Super Bowl 60. I want the Vikings versus the Bills, or the Vikings versus the Texans, or the Vikings versus the Chiefs. It don't even matter who it is. I want to beat the brakes off of whoever gets to the Super Bowl. This is our year, baby. This is our year. Sorry, now let me stop. I don't know right now. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know right now. It's looking bad for the Vikings. I ain't gonna sit here and cap with y'all, man. I'm just a hype Viking fan talking crazy right now because I don't know what the heck does it. I don't even know what to expect on Sunday. I'm hoping for the best. That I might have to make that the title. I am hoping for the best because if we look anything like we look like on Thursday night football, on prime time football, listen, against the Chargers, what we lost 37-10. We lost 37-10. What am I supposed to think? I can't get jiggy with this. Remember on Friday? I can't get jiggy with this. With Michael Blackston, I can't get jiggy with this. You know what I mean? I can't get jiggy with this. Look, that messed my whole mood up. That messed my whole mood up, bro. When the Vikings didn't show up against the Chargers, that messed my whole mood up. So we better bounce back against the Lions, our division rival. Skull to the bowl, baby. Skull to the bowl. Y'all know the vibe. Let's get it. Hate the Steelers more than any other team in the league. What? The Steelers? Why the Steelers? What the Steelers do to you, bro? Hold on. James C., what's wrong with the Steelers? Oh, you must be a Ravens fan. You got to be a Ravens fan. Favre beat the respect out of. I turned on the TV one day. TV man said, "Here comes Favre, who's 21-10 versus the Bears." I was like, oh, that's crazy. Urlacher and Lane Diggs was, yes. Brandon Jones, facts, bro. Yes, Lane Diggs, yes. Urlacher, though, was listen, he was never a Viking, but I had a lot of respect for Urlacher, bro. Like, that man was really good, bro. Really good. You said Lance Diggs, okay. Monsters of Midway, Urlacher, Briggs, Tillman, yes. Briggs, yes. Minnesota going down this weekend, a.k.a. Stop the cap. Really. Stop the cap. You know the vibes over here. Hey, listen. Come on now. J.J. McCarthy at the helm. They ain't even seeing a second round, maybe not even make the playoffs. Jason Atkins is talking that talk. Hey, listen, bro. Respectfully speaking, you're entitled to your own opinion, Jason. You're entitled to your own opinion, but at the same time, in between time, I'm entitled to my own opinion. And my opinion is this: the season ain't over, brother. But we got a lot of game to go. And when the season, in about 5 more weeks, we're going to definitely know. But the season ain't over. And get your popcorn ready. Get your lemon pepper wings ready. Get your garlic parmesan wings ready. Get your buffalo wings ready. It's about to go down when you see the Minnesota Vikings go against their division rival, the Detroit Lions, and they shock the world and beat the brakes off the Lions in Detroit. All you're going to hear is, JJ. They're going to say Justin Jefferson. They're going to be calling just JJ McCarthy. That's all you're going to hear, baby. That's all you're going to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's go. The two teams never won a Super Bowl. It is what it is, bro. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm last to talk. It's every. He said, "Look," he said it's not even funny. Why am I laughing because of that comment? Oh man, I don't know why that was funny. Y'all just signed. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think. Hey, listen, Brandon Jones. I don't know who Bull is. I ain't gonna sit here and hate on him. But listen, bro, it's looking bad right now. We gonna see what happens, bro. You know what I mean? Nancy last night. Don't even talk about. Oh man. Oh, 20 years of torture. I want the Lions to drop 50 on the Vikings. Oh my Gage, don't do that, bro. Don't why are you trying to do that to my team, bro? I can't hate on this. I like defense too much, Troy. Yeah. Oh, Jeff. I hope JJ throws a bunch of touchdowns defensive. I gotta get off this live stream, y'all. I gotta get off this live stream, y'all. I gotta get off this live stream. Yeah, at least it wasn't horrible in the first. Mike, tell me what could happen in the Bears locker room if the Bears lose versus. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna say this right now. I think the Bears are going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, but it's any given Sunday, and I think Joe Flacco gave the Bengals a little bit of hope. It's a must win, though. It's a must win for both teams. Bears have to win. Bengals have to win. The Bengals have to win to keep up with the Steelers. And even though I think the Ravens have I'm burping, my bad, y'all. Excuse me. Even though I feel like the Ravens, when Lamar Jackson back? When Lamar Jackson comes back, I think they still got the chance to win that division, even though they're behind. They're going to get on a winning streak. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson is one of those guys that can really turn a team around because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So I look at it like Bengals got to win, but I just think the Bears are more talented overall, and I think that their defense is going. Listen, we going to definitely see because Joe Flacco can really sling that football. He can really sling that football, and he has two of the best wide receivers in the game. One of the best tandems when it comes to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a good game. Honestly, that's going to be a good game. Bengals versus Bears. Who I want to win? I want the Bengals to win. I'm gonna keep it real. Because I'm a Viking fan. I want everybody in my division to lose except for the Vikings. But yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Plus Hines Ward. Oh my gosh, Hines Ward, bro. Yeah, he was one of the coolest wide receivers, bro. Like he was one of the toughest wide receivers, bro. Like he was always able to take a big hit. He was a physical wide receiver. He was blocked. He'll do everything, bro. I like Hines Ward. As someone from Arizona, yeah, I just read that comment because Hines going block. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Super facts. And instead of me saying big facts, we're gonna start a new trend. I know it might sound corny, but people are gonna start using it. Super facts. I know it sounds corny right now. Super facts. Instead of saying big facts, we're gonna start saying hashtag super facts, bro. Hashtag super facts. Remember, I said it on this live stream. Super facts. That's a fact, though, bro. Super facts on that bull Hines Ward when it comes to blocking. As someone from Arizona, I want to hate the Seahawks, but I love the Legion of Boom. Yeah. Every true Dolphin fan wanted Herbert. We set our organization back 6 years. Hey, I don't want to talk about that. Hey, listen, Vikings are going through something, but we're going to be all right. Seahawks were my dark horse team. Hey, James C., you should be a Viking fan. And Jason, James, everybody, Gage, especially you, Gage, because you was coming to my Vikings. All y'all need to be Viking fans. If you want to go through the football transfer portal, you only need 3 Viking fans to give you the okay to jump on the wagon and be Viking fans. You feel me? So if you want to go through the football transfer portal and become a Viking fan, you just have to put your application in and you can be a Viking fan as soon as possible. Just to let y'all know. If you're interested. If you're not interested, so be it. So be it. Vikings, yeah. Dog walk the fence. I thought the Curls were going to. Yo, Kyler Murray is going to be traded. I think he's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers after this season. That's my hot take when it comes to the Cardinals. I feel like they're going to Kyler Murray. I think he's going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. if Aaron Rodgers retires after this season, like say the Steelers win the Super Bowl this year, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, Aaron Rodgers is going to retire, probably, most likely. But then again, I don't even know, bro. Kyler Murray going to the Steelers. Because the one thing that Mike Tomlin does not want to do is develop a young quarterback. He's not trying to draft a quarterback. So he's going to go with a veteran quarterback. Little rusty last season. Yes, Lamar is back. He beat the other team last night. You trolling me? Oh no, bro. I wasn't following, bro. Let me look it up. Keep it PG in the comments, bro. Keep it PG in the comments, but I get what you're saying. Let me look it up. I honestly did not know. I'm not even trying to troll you, bro. Let me look it up because I really didn't know. That's bull crap. So we gotta go against Lamar. Dang, bro. Yo, they beat the brakes off of the Dolphins, bro. 28-6, baby. Let me look at it real quick. 18 of 23 for 204 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. How the heck he come back and do all this? The guy went bananas, bro. He didn't even throw that many yards, but the man threw for 4 touchdowns, bro. Everybody keep on telling me, oh, Lamar Jackson can't throw. Come on, bro. Y'all be tripping. Zay Flowers had 5 catches. I love Zay Flowers. I'm a big Zay Flowers guy. And I'm not capping when I said it. I've always been a Zay Flowers guy. I was a Jordan Addison and a Zay Flowers. Those are the 2 best wide receivers to me in that draft. And yeah, man. 2 touchdowns to Mark Andrews, their tight end. So I'm glad he catches the ball. And Rashad Bateman, okay, 1 touchdown. And Charlie Kolar, 1 touchdown. Yo, that's what's up though, man. I'm happy for Lamar to come back and do that. So yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look seeing Lamar back, man. It's amazing. Yeah, hashtag super facts, bro. That's what I'm gonna start saying, bro. James, it's been 1 game. Yeah, but hey, listen, it's gonna be all right though. Never. Yeah. But everybody's in the building. I'm getting off. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It was amazing talking to each and every one of y'all. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. You feel me? And like I said, man, you could be from a whole nother galaxy. Just let me know. You know what I mean? I don't want them guys coming to my house. Just let me know. But all jokes aside, man, thank you for vibing with your boy. And let me read a couple more of these last comments because I know I'm behind. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. The Dolphins. I was Charlie W Stream. Thank you, Jermaine. Appreciate you. Yeah, Lamar wasn't the problem. It was Henry and the defense. Yes, Skull. Yup, Skull, Jermaine, Skull, everybody. And until next time, peace. I'm out, y'all.